Welcome to Shelf Indulgence, the perfect place for book lovers who can't resist adding just one more book to their overflowing bookshelves. Join us as we dive into unforgettable stories, underrated reads, and all the bookish indulgences your heart desires. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk books.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shelf Indulgence, where we indulge in all things books, reading, and literary obsessions. I'm Harlan, and here with me is Asia.
Hi everyone.
So before we go into today's episode, just a little announcement. This would be the last episode of season 1 of Shelf Indulgence. So yeah, at the end of this episode, we're ending season 1. And just want to use this opportunity to thank everyone for being with us through this first season. And we'll say more as the episode goes on, but just wanted you guys to know that. Okay, so Asia, what do we have for today?
Today we have a book named Lessons in Chemistry, written by Bonnie Garmus. I guess it's quite a famous book, and we also have a movie adaptation in 2023. But let's talk about the author a bit more first. Uh, Bonnie Garmus is from Seattle, and she has a bachelor degrees in creative writing. She also worked as a copywriter and creative director in the US and lived in a couple of different countries. Currently, she lives in the UK. What's more about Garmus is that she enjoys open water swimming, and she is also a rover. And there's a reason why I mention it, because it's quite connected with the book we're going to discuss. So the book named Lessons in Chemistry is actually her debut novel, and it was. I think it's not this like unbelievable thing, but it's interesting that she wrote it so well, so it was recognized as a quite unbelievable debut novel. And yeah, it was published in 2022. Um, yes, it's got a television adaptation in 2023, as I already said. I think it's enough so far, because I guess lots of people heard about the book or maybe watched the movie. So let's just move on to the next section.
Okay, so we'll be going into the next section, the 15-second plot. And fingers crossed, Asia would forfeit again and
Oh no.
make me the winner this time again. Okay, so are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready to start.
Okay, one, two, go.
The book describes Elizabeth Zott, who is a genius chemist, but she lives in the world of men who barely recognize her talents.
Stop,
It
stop.
was perfect. It was perfect. I think I won this time.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna forfeit. You don't
Okay.
know
Are
what
you
I'm
ready
doing.
now?
I'm ready.
Okay. One, two, go.
Okay, so the book is about a woman scientist who she's a genius, as you said, and she's just a struggles in a male-dominated world,
Stop,
trying
stop,
to
stop,
find her way
stop,
there.
stop, stop, stop.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
I won this
That was
time.
good.
You
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it
think.
to you.
Okay, let's move on. Please, Alan, let's do a proper book overview, and Can you please tell us a bit more about the book?
Okay, so you've told us a lot about the author, right? And now we're focusing on the book proper. Lessons in Chemistry is a witty, it's an emotional novel set in the 1960s, um, which was kind of shocking to me, right? Shocking because I didn't know, not because you can't write in the 1960s. But yeah, it was set in 1960s America, and it's about a brilliant chemist named Elizabeth Zott, who faces a lot of constant sexism in the scientific world. So the book was themed about all the struggles. I guess not just a scientist, a female scientist, but any woman, would have faced back then. After after her career was derailed by, a male-dominated research environment, Elizabeth unexpectedly became the host of a cooking television show called Supper at Six. So she kind of put her, her skills and knowledge and translated it from the lab into cooking. Instead of giving ordinary recipes, she taught the viewers real chemistry, through cooking. And she also used that platform to encourage women to think independently, to challenge the expectations that have been placed on them by society, to pursue their dreams and their ambitions, right? So the book is like a blend of everything. It mixes humor, grief, romance, feminism, parenting, and science, right? So um, there was a little twist to it because the journey was her with our daughter and a very, very intelligent dog named 630. Yes, 630. Okay, so that is a summary of what the book is about. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think I don't. Let's maybe at the moment I don't. Let's move on
Okay.
to the next section and pick our best and worst characters and so on. Okay, please, can you start?
Okay. So my favorite character is Elizabeth's daughter. Her name is Mad. Full name is Madeline, and she's a typical. How old was she? I can't remember, but a typical child, full of curiosity, always wanting to know, full of this innocence, right? And I like that because for her age, to me, she seemed pretty mature. She didn't really take offense at what people did. She was obviously very smart. I think probably even genius tendencies. And she played a pivotal role in the book, in the sense that I would have thought the grown-ups would have done this. Like instead, it was a little kid that was doing it, right? So she's a really very intelligent, very well adjusted, although some might argue that she isn't, but I think she is. And very kind little girl. So she's my favorite character. And what about you?
Yeah, thank you. I agree. I think she was 5 or 6. I can't remember
Wow.
exactly, maybe 5, because she, if you remember, everyone was surprised she can read while she can read like books, serious
Yeah,
books,
yeah.
while she was supposed to only read simple books at her age. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of obvious to pick Elizabeth, so I'm gonna pick 630. It's the name of the dog uh, who lived in their family, and in the book we can see, like we can read, if you um, maybe even quite a lot. Okay, let's say a few scenes that were given from POV of the dog, like 630s dogs,
Yeah.
dog, and the way it was given, like, of course, it's like kind of fantastic parts, right? I believe that dogs are quite smart. They can be really smart, and in the book, it was given like few people can be so practical, so realistical, so like I don't know, just like so reasonable. I don't even know as that dog was. So that's why, even though I liked Elizabeth and I liked Madeline as well, uh, but it was kind of genius the way those scenes. Okay, shifting. Sorry, I'm shifting to my favorite scenes already, so it's connected. My favorite scenes all were about this dog. And one important scene, Elizabeth spent quite a lot of time with 630 because Elizabeth and Madeline both. They were teaching 630 how to read. And I can't remember exactly, but I don't even know how they counted how many words the dog knows. But I think closer to the end of the book, it was like 600 or so, or 700, right? I'm super
Yes.
curious about it. I need to find out how it's possible or if it's even possible at all. But it's one of the most fascinating parts of the book. So I'm picking 630 is my favorite character, and all the things connected to the dog is my favorite scenes, like in advance. Sorry. Uh, do you have something to add?
Not really. Just I'm also curious as to how dog can learn so much words and if it is even possible to do that, you know. I'm curious about it. So please, when you find out, let me know.
Okay, deal. Deal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on and pick our worst character.
Okay, so my worst character is Donati. I can't remember his first name, and I don't want to because he's very terrible. I have no words for him. He is so Elizabeth was working in a university, Hastings Research Institute or something, and Donati was like the head of a department, and he was a slimy, wicked, evil, inconsiderate, misogynistic, what other word can I use? Person. And the way he treated her was just was so bad. Um, Denying her of things that he gave other male scientists, and even what's the word? Taking advantage of her genius for such a long time. Um, for me, what happened to him at the end was like way more than that should have happened to him for what he did to her. I don't want to give more rights because for those who have not read it, they can find out when they read it. But he's a terrible character. There were a lot of terrible characters in the book, but yeah, for me, it tops the list. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. He's one of the worst because it was not only him who treated her this way. To be honest, there are like many, many options to pick for someone for
Mm,
worst character because just the way the other scientists treated her, it was not scientists only.
Yeah.
Even her producer, or how to remember, for Pine, for
Yes.
at the TV.
Yes.
At
Yes.
first, the way he wanted her to behave, it was terrible. But at least at the end, they became friends. So it was still fine. But my worst character is Frask. Also, don't remember the first name. But it's a lady, it was a secretary at this science institution she worked for, right? But she wasn't a scientist. She was just a like assistant, Donati's assistant or something. And I think she was super, just like extremely jealous for Elizabeth, because she never treated her well enough. Like she thought that Elizabeth uses her
A
appearance,
beauty. Yeah.
yes, her beauty, uh, to uh, to get this job, to just do her job. Like uh, everyone like helps her to do her job, while it was completely opposite all the time. Elizabeth was the one who did the job for, or helped, I don't know, the other scientists to just to progress in their research. So
Yeah.
it was just crazy. And even though closer to the end, Frask has changed her opinion a bit, not like a bit actually. So she,
Actually, a lot.
yeah, a lot. But even the way she, like, yeah, she played kind of important role closer to the end, right? And
Mm-hmm.
she changed at the end, but I still can't, I can't, even Elizabeth, like, influenced her in her changes. I still can't treat her as like, she's kind of controversial, but I can't treat her as a like normal character or neutral character. I think she is one of the worst, because just how she influenced Elizabeth's life. Okay, let's move on. Let's pick our favorite scenes. I already talked about mine, so what's yours?
So my favorite scene was Elizabeth's first cooking show, right? So they were all set to for her to you know be on air around a particular time that was specific for mothers and wives at home. And our producer had given her the script. You must follow the script. Do it this way. Do it this way. Do it this way. And when she got to the set, she just flipped everything, and she didn't do anything that the producer said. And it was quite hilarious to me how the producer was freaking out. All the people on set, the cameramen, the makeup artists, everybody was just like, "What is going on?" And Elizabeth just, went on doing her thing. So I found it very, very funny. It was quite hilarious to me the way she just went there, and she was live on air doing what she wanted, not caring. And that was the kind of person she was throughout the book. But yeah, it was very funny to me.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree, and it was quite surprising to me to know that they were on the air, like doing this kind of program, because it's not a breaking news, program.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's something you can actually, record, and then, do multiple rehearsals, and then record, or even record it not just one time. But possibly it's a sign of the times, so they did it this way. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Okay, let's talk about our ridiculous moments, or not our ridiculous moments, most ridiculous moments of the book. Okay, let me maybe continue with this cooking show because
Okay.
when she there were moments in the book when Elizabeth was super upset, like just out of the place, and but she still had to go to the studio and do her show, right? And there was a moment when she cooked cakes, I think 5 times in a week during the week, because she couldn't like be she was she it was after the interview was released, I think. I can't remember, or she got to know something about her husband. I don't remember exactly, but she just went to the studio and cooked brownies or something like 5 times for dinner.
Yeah.
It's supper at 6, like it's for dinner actually. And everyone, even in their family, already hated those cakes. Like they couldn't eat it anymore. But it was, yeah, I think it was ridiculous mostly, but it also was quite funny. And it
I
reminds
found,
me maybe about how people tend to handle with like with their feelings during hard times. Like just it's not bad actually. It's to eat something chocolatey, you know. Okay, sorry.
yeah.
What about you? Or add something if you have something to add.
So for me, my ridiculous moment was when she was naming a child. You know, it kind of ties into what you were saying about how people handle difficult moments, because when she was giving birth, she was angry, right? Just a difficult moment for her. She was angry because she was all alone. Her partner wasn't there because he died, right? So she was angry at him, angry at everyone. And when the nurse came to ask for what to name the baby, apparently she wasn't listening, right? She couldn't hear what the nurse was saying. She was in another world, and she ended up naming the baby Mad, like Mad. And it was quite funny, quite ridiculous. And she had to find ways in the future to try to amend it, right? But um, who names their daughter Mad, you know? This was just quite ridiculous. So yeah, that's my ridiculous moment.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on.
All right, so let's move on to the next section, our hot takes and unpopular opinions. So for me, I have things to say here. Personally, the end of the book kind of pissed me off. Not kind of, it pissed me off. Um, yes, everything ended in a good way. It was like a happily ever after kind of ending, which I'm a fan of. But I just felt like the way Elizabeth suffered, she shouldn't have suffered that much. Like so many times. Okay, so Elizabeth was dating a very famous scientist called Calvin, and Calvin was someone who didn't know his parents all his life. He always thought he was an orphan. Um, and it was at the end we found out that okay, it was not the case. Without giving too much away, I just feel like there were so many times in the book where, you know, things could have changed for Elizabeth. It didn't have to be at the end. And it ties into what I was saying about Madeline, like while all the adults were sitting around moping, waiting for things to happen, it took a kid to make things happen, right? And I just didn't understand why. everyone would be. So I'm not including Elizabeth in this because she was totally unaware. Although, although she could have done a bit more investigation, she had Calvin's files, she had his what do you call it, his correspondence with his pen pal. She could have she could have investigated, but I'm excusing her because she was in grief. She was a single parent. She was battling so many things, so she's excused. But others, no excuse. Why can't you come and save this poor woman out of her misery long ago? Why did you allow her to suffer this way? So you can hear how pissed off I am. So
I know.
that's my unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I know. And I understand everything you just said, and we discussed it before as well. And I think I'm going to join you, but partly in
Ooh,
it,
nice,
only
nice.
partly. Wait, wait, wait! Don't be so excited yet. But so it's about Avery. It's basically has something person who has something to do to Calvin's
Mm-hmm.
family. Yeah, but I think it's how things may actually happen in real life. Nothing can be solved so quick and easy, and sometimes it takes like whole life to solve something or to find a solution for something. So I kind of understand every that she but thinking to this the ending of the book seems kind of like a fairy tale, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very nice ending. So it's for me it was fine, just okay. It was fine. I was, of course, I was happy for Elizabeth that and for Madeline too, that it happened this way. Okay, we're going to the next part, the final part, and where we decide whether to shelf or sell the book. So, Alan, what do you think?
Okay, so when I first read the book, because of how I felt about the ending, I was not too keen on the book. But um, I had some time to think about it, and I think it's a very interesting, engaging book. When I read the title Lessons in Chemistry, I thought it was going to be some kind of sci-fi or being in a chemistry class, and I hated chemistry in school. I absolutely hated chemistry in school, so I wasn't looking forward to it. But yeah, the book from the beginning was quite interesting, engaging, lots of things happening from the beginning, and hearing you say it was our first book is quite surprising because first books are not supposed to be this good. Long and short of what I'm saying is I'm giving it a shelf. Yes, I'm giving it a shelf.
Yeah, thank you. I also going to give it a shelf because I think I I also was kind of surprised to find out that the book is quite so good. Um, I still thinking that okay, I can't be sure, no one can be sure, but it seems to me that some things were too exaggerated sometimes. But the whole book, the whole thing is has written really well. And unlike you, I'm not surprised that it was that good because actually the writer is used to be a copywriter, which means always means a good writing skills. So I'm not even if it's not the same to write an article and to write a book. Anyway, it's still quite fine, quite not just fine. It's quite hilarious that how the book went. So I given it a shelf for sure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So we'll move on to the last section, which is our bookshelf rating. Asia, what are you going to give it?
I'm in between 5 stars and 4 stars, but I'm giving it
Wow,
4 stars. If you're
I'm
gonna give it
surprised.
3 stars right now, I'm gonna kill you on air again. Because stop giving books three
Okay, okay,
stars. I'm giving it four
okay. So
stars. Yeah.
again, I was thinking 3 stars. I was thinking 3 stars, but honestly, and I'm not joking, I think it deserves a 4 star. Okay, I'm giving it a 4 star. I've changed my mind. Um, it had everything, it had everything. Very good ending, tragedy, humor, it had everything. So yes, it deserves a 4 star. I hope you won't kill me right now. I'm not killing you anymore, right?
Okay. I'm not killing you anymore. Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you for, accepting that it actually deserves 4 stars or even maybe more.
Mhm.
Okay, we've come to the end of the episode, and it's our last episode for season 1. Thank you so much for being with us and listening all of you or some of our episodes.
Yeah, so this is, as Asia said, um, this is the last episode for this season, and we thank everyone that has been with us from the beginning of this journey. And we just want to let you know this is not the end, obviously. Stay tuned. Follow us on our social media pages because we'll be letting us know when we are going to kickstart the second season. Right. So, but for now, I want to say you guys should enjoy the summer, have fun, take care, and please continue to keep in touch in the comment section. And we would see you in season 2. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for today on Shelf Indulgence. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us on Instagram and tell us what you're reading. Until next time, remember, shelf care is self care.